Welcome back. This is Chris at Zenark Reptiles. I'd like to shout out to all my reptile peeps out there who love reptiles just as much as I do. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day, having a wonderful time. And hope you guys are having an amazing year, even though it's been kind of a cruddy one to start out with. I hope it gets better. So today I'm going to talk about rats. Why are my rats cannibalizing themselves? I got a message, a text message, someone saying, "Help! My rats are killing each other." I'm going to show you some things that really help me out, and that I don't have that problem. But when I first started breeding rats, I did have some issues with it, and I'm going to show you how I fixed it. We'll tackle that subject right after this. Hey everyone, this is Chris Willis, aka Zenark with Zenark Reptiles. My goal is to get you excited about keeping reptiles, breeding reptiles. I've been keeping reptiles since 1999, and I love answering your questions, your comments, and also helping you guys along the way. So sit back, relax, and let's get the show started. And yes, you can see me right here. I am actually wearing a hoodie. I do live in the Pacific Northwest, and that is the craziness of it. I woke up this morning and it was 50 degrees, so I was cold. Yesterday it was about 90, so go figure. It's actually been a pretty cold year for us here. We get up to 107 all the time, but it's just been cold, and that's just the way the Pacific Northwest works. Hot one minute, cold the next. So you're having rats cannibalize each other. Rats they have the mindset that they are hunted and they're prey from everything. So their only goal is to survive. I am not a veterinarian. I am not a nutritionalist, but this is what I've read, and this is what I've heard from veterinarians or other people that's kept rats, is that they think like everything's going to kill them. So their only goal is to survive, and they will do whatever it takes to survive because they need to repopulate. Some of the things that I found out that caused them to cannibalize is actually, the main one is stress. Back in the day before I fed my snakes, I would take all the ones I'm gonna feed, the weaned and also the small, and I'd put them in tubs, and I honestly put them in a tub that was probably too small for all these rats. And I'd wake up in the morning to go feed them off, and I found out that they would actually kill a few in those tubs. What I was told and what I researched is that when there's that many, they think that they're overpopulated and there's not enough food, so they'll actually attack each other and make each other food. So I had to learn to actually put them in different, put them in more tubs and not have them so many in one tub. And I only had kept them in there for a few hours, but that set their mind off that they need to attack each other and fend for themselves. Another thing is, this is the biggest one I find out, is nutrition. People go and buy rat block, or they just go buy pig food, which both work really well. But I do believe personally you have to supplement them with other stuff. And if I have a brand new rat and I put him in a rack and I feed him rat block, I'd say for about 3 to 4 months they do fine. But after that they start to deteriorate. Personally, I see that unless you give them some kind of supplements. With my normals, I give them vegetables. I give them pretty much any vegetable that's going to go bad. Like, I'm not saying I'm not giving them moldy vegetables, but vegetables that I'm not going to use. You know, carrots kind of get a little withery and things like that. I give it to the rats. And I give them rice, I give them pasta. Anything that I have that's extra around, I give it to them. And it really helps them out. Especially the African soft furs. If they don't get that protein, they will get protein from each other. That sounds horrid, but again, they're not humans. They think that they have to survive because they have to populate. I give them high-grade dog food, high-grade cat food. I personally have dogs and cats here, and I buy a higher grade food, so don't go give them a cat or a boy. You need to get some decent grade cat food, but I give it to them. I don't give them tons of it, but I'll take like a measuring cup and sprinkle some in there just for some supplement. I've also used mealworms. I've used super worms. I've cut them up for them. I've actually even got the freeze-dried mealworms. Birdseed. Now, birdseed, definitely try to keep away from the corn. Some birdseed has corn. Try to find none or next to none in the birdseed. Black oil seed works really good. You can actually just throw them in there with the seeds and they'll open them up, and it really helps them out. They definitely need that protein. And also, I do give them vegetables too. They don't eat as vegetables as well as the normals. The normals just attack it, but they still will eat it, and I give it to them. But if they don't get that right nutrition, they will definitely kill each other and attack each other. So this may be controversial to some people, but I just don't feed mine Rotoblock. I also give them other nutrients. When I didn't supplement them before, I noticed they start attacking each other, but they don't do that anymore ever since I've done this. Another thing with African soft furs, they're kind of like mice. Sometimes I wonder if one point in time that a rat and a mouse got together and it evolved from that, because they kind of have a lot of mouse traits. But like one of the mouse traits they have is they will sometimes eat their first litter. Mice do that and they're known for that. African soft furs can do that too. I've seen it a couple times, not a lot, but how I fix that again is with nutrition. Think of a dog. If I had a dog and she was 6 months old, yes, I could breed her, but the puppies are gonna be really weak and it's gonna be really hard on that dog. I don't ever recommend breeding a dog on their first heat. I'm not a dog breeder, but you should definitely wait longer. But rats don't get that option because, especially with African soft furs, I just keep them all in one little pen and they're gonna breed over and over and over again. The best way I found out is to keep that nutrition in there. They will have healthy babies and you won't kill them. But I guess what happens if they don't think the babies are healthy enough, they'll attack them and take that nutrients to actually breed some more. There is times where the female will just kill her babies every time, and if that happens, and I've never had that happen, but I've had friends that breed African soft furs, and what they do is just feed them off, because if they get that way, you're gonna have to just call it, because it's either not right in the head or something's wrong with that rat. This is a big thing for African soft furs. You need to actually give them a hide. They do so much better with a hide because they're a lot like mice. Anything will work for a hide. You can personally go down to the dollar store and get little bowls. But as long as it's not see-through, you can get any colored bowl. And I take a soldering iron and I melt a little hole for them in there. Also, you can go to Reptile Basics. Reptile Basics has, like, you can get these little hides for snakes. You can buy them by the hundreds. I've done those before too. They work really well. Either one will work, but African soft furs do way better with hides. If you have it in, you'll see that, you'll pull that up and you'll see 30, 40 babies in this little tiny bitty hide. They just love that little tight area. That's how they are. And also, when you clean out the African soft fur cage, you have to kind of dig around because the babies will be deep in the pine, so you gotta be careful when you clean them out. Normals can be cannibalistic too, but it's less likely. Usually, again, that's more for stress or nutrition issues. That's the only thing I've ever seen them do it for. If you've seen anything else, comment below, but normals don't seem to have that problem. It's only mostly African soft furs, and if you just nip that nutrition in the bud, keep the stress down, they'll do a lot better. Again, in the wild, everything's trying to kill them. They're in a constant state of stress anyways, so any way you can keep that down by giving them the right food, supplements, and a place to hide, they'll do a lot better. Anyways, guys, I hope that helps out. Check out this video right here. Also, hit that subscribe button, it really helps me out. Anyways, guys, you stay positive, and you guys will be good at this, and you guys will, I'll be buying snakes from you in no time. Love you guys. Take care. Later. Peace.